Credit Union, wearing their new Christmas sweaters, sporting their fresh Christmas cuts. We have Angela Hadley and Collin Martin. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas. I love the sweaters.
Yeah, thank you.
Gotta be festive,
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Very, very nice.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
You guys all done your Christmas shopping and everything?
Pretty much
Yep.
ready.
I'm done.
I would expect you guys, have it under control.
Yep.
Because a lot of what happens this week can be very costly.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Impulse buys, right?
Impulse buying. Yep.
And I knew we were going to talk about impulse buys, so I impulse bought something the other day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you have that
Nice.
buyer's remorse afterwards?
No, I
okay.
Is this it?
No, those are the Kobe reverse Grinches, and they're instantly worth $400 more than I paid for them. But it was an impulse buy.
It's an investment.
That's an investment. I would agree.
If I don't wear them, and but
Colin, those would be
Colin, those
great
would
with
look
your
good
sweater.
They would
Yeah.
match my
to
sweater.
your
Really
point, impulse buying. It's like the last thing I wanted to do was impulse buy something the week of Christmas, and there I did it.
Yep.
There I
Was
did
it on an end cap?
No.
I was gonna say, those don't seem like an end cap shoe.
Not even in the store.
Oh, perfect.
Not even available in the store. But impulse buying like that can really affect your budget, and if you're not careful, you might not have any money left over for Christmas presents.
Absolutely, yeah. So they actually say that 40 to 80% of purchases during the holidays are impulse buys.
Wow.
So you are a statistic. So congratulations.
That's great.
But yeah, so when you're looking at shopping for the holidays, it's hard when you see those deals and those things. You're like, man, I really wanted this anyways, and now it's on sale. But really sticking to what you're actually going to the store for is really going to help you stay in line with your budget.
I think a lot of people they'll try to be equal or fair with all the people on their
Yes.
list, and then they start trying to even things up, and then it's out of control.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. That happens all the time.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's some goofy scams going around. I got a Facebook friend request from Collin, but
Yep.
we didn't have any mutual friends, so I was a little
Yeah.
iffy of that one. Was that really you?
No. No,
This
it
is
wasn't.
happening a lot.
Yeah, it is happening a lot. So it'll be a friend that you're already friends with, but somebody takes over their profile and then
Okay.
they get a hold of you, say, hey, I'm in a really tight spot, I'm moving and I need to move things really quickly, can you help me out? They send you pictures of fake, dining room tables and couch sets and things like that, and you think you're helping somebody that, again, maybe is in a difficult position, trying to move before the holidays, maybe there's a bad situation at home, but those items don't actually exist. And then on the other side of that, somebody is seeing, oh, there's a really great deal here on Facebook. I can get this whole couch set for $300. My husband actually ran into that. We were looking for something for my son. He said, hey, there's a really good deal here. And I was like, I don't think so. Let's look into this. And doing some research, that's exactly what's happening. And then you end up becoming an unknowing or unwitting money mule. People are paying you for items that don't actually exist. So it's not a good
Scary.
position to be in.
Don't accept the friend requests, especially from people you're already friends with.
Right.
Yeah.
Last week, I had 2 or 3 people send me a message. Hey, someone created a fake or a duplicate profile of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're doing it solely to.
Yeah, and you're a target, right? You're known in this area, and so people, of course, you send somebody a friend request, they want to be friends with you. You're popular here, and they know that. They know that it's easier to get in when Bart Hully wants to add you. It's something that's really awesome. It gets people excited, and it lowers their guard. It's the same way when those people post on forums, right? I live in Grass Lake. I'm in a small forum. You trust that group because it's kind of a small, tight-knit community. You think that it's all legitimate, and that's what they hope for, is that your guard is down and you kind of act before you're able to say, wait a minute, this is a deal that's too good to be true.
Yeah.
And everybody, it's so easy to be victimized by it because they've created a profile that looks just like you.
Well, now
Right.
that you can connect with anyone, right? You have
Right.
people reaching out to, you think it's a high school friend you went to
Exactly.
20 years ago, a cousin, an aunt.
Yep.
And, senior population does get victimized quite a bit with these frauds.
It does, and it really runs the gamut. We've talked about this a lot, Colin and I, the fact that there's scams that target different demographics, and again, they know, right? They're targeting the younger generation through TikTok, and they're going to do it a little bit differently with the older generation. But it's not about how much money you have or how educated you are, because these people are very good. We've talked about that. that. You know, it's their jobs, and they're very good at it, unfortunately. So we just have to be better.
And I think one of the tip-offs is when they message you, they'll say something just so innocuous like, "Hi, how are you?"
Yep.
And people, it's not typically what you're going to get on Facebook.
When Collin messaged me, or whoever it was, they spelled some words wrong.
Yeah.
That's
That
something to
probably
look
was
forward
me.
to.
I've seen it too, where you get a message that just says, "Hey, I just went on this trip. Look at these photos," and it's like, why would you be sending me these
Through
photos to look at?
Messenger.
And they try to get you to
Right.
click on that link, and then they get access to your information.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's tough because I've seen it with grandparents that are like, "Oh, my kid just went on this vacation. They're trying to send me these
Yeah.
pictures. Is this real or not?" It's like, how do you really gauge that without being able to ask them, "Hey, did you actually send me this or not?"
Yeah, it's
Right.
not a bad idea to have these technology conversations at home with your family, especially as kids start to get phones and social media accounts.
Absolutely. Yeah, you have to keep, you know, people aware and educated. That's what we're doing here just for our community in general, but the wider we spread our net and our information, the less likely it is one of our loved ones falls victim. Yeah.
Are there some impacts, long-lasting impacts of being an impulse buyer at Christmas?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're literally looking up, is this going to set my budget back for the next year? I mean, you get around the holiday season, especially New Year's resolutions, they want to save more money. And if you're impulse buying, you're really going to be taking a hit on your budget. They say that you should try to stick below 1% of your annual salary for a purchase. And if it's above that 1 year annual salary percentage, then take 24 hours before you buy it. Let it digest, let it sink in. I actually was talking to a guy a couple weeks ago. He was telling me that he always wants these dream cars, and his wife will never let him buy them. So instead of buying these dream cars that are expensive, he'll lease them for 2 weeks. He gets that impulse out of the way.
Yeah.
He gets the thrill, but then he doesn't have to have that big monthly payment on those vehicles. So same thing goes for smaller things too. I mean, there's other resources and ways you can try to find a cheaper option that may fulfill that desire that you have.
Yeah, and one of those resources is your website.
Absolutely.
You've got all kinds of great hints and tips and help all right here at thefraudfighters.org. And all the other services that you have are on your website
That's right.
too.
Yep, and ways to report. Hopefully, you know, we hope no one falls victim, but if you do, there's a lot of good resources from that avenue as well. So those are all on there.
Well, thanks for all your great advice and your time. Good to see you both.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Merry
Good to see you
Christmas.
too. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Collin Martin and Angela Hadley from American One Credit Union. The morning show continues after this.